He looked like the kind of man who's always had it together. Clean cut, sharp suit, soft spoken. But then he said, "I used to sleep behind the gas station on 41st Street." I thought he was joking, until he showed me the photos. At 19, he left home after a final, brutal fight with his father. The kind of fight where things get said that can't be unsaid. "You're lazy. You'll never be anything. As long as you live under my roof, you'll do what I say." He had dropped out of college that year to chase his dream of building a tech startup. His father, a strict military man, didn't understand. "You want to be some internet bum? Grow up." So he left. No plan. Just a bag, a few $100s, and pride. He got a room in the cheapest part of town, spent every day walking from door to door, restaurants, gas stations, warehouses, handing in resumes. But nothing clicked. No degree, no job experience. Some employers even mocked him for being overconfident. "You think you can manage our systems without a diploma?"
He finally landed a short-term gig at a warehouse. The hours were brutal. 12-hour shifts, no benefits, no respect. After 1 week, he injured his back lifting a steel crate. When he asked to switch tasks, the manager said, "If you can't handle it, don't come back." Just like that, no job, no income, rent due in 3 days. He couldn't pay rent. His landlord gave him 48 hours to leave. He called friends, old classmates, even his mum. Most didn't answer. The few who did, "Sorry man, I wish I could help, but I can't take you in." That night, he slept in a 24-hour laundromat, pretending to wait for someone. Over the next month, he bounced from park benches to bus stops, ate scraps, showered at gyms when he could sneak in. He sold his phone just to buy a coat. Once, he applied at a fast food place. The manager looked him up and down and said, "You look like you're on something. We're not hiring." He wasn't, just tired, dirty, and slowly disappearing. He said the lowest moment was when he counted coins to buy a burger, and still came up short. He just stood there, holding 87 cents, pretending to read the menu. That night, sitting behind a dumpster with a wet hoodie as a pillow, he whispered to himself, "I'm done." But the next morning he saw a flyer on a lamppost. Free internet at the city library. That was his turning point. He didn't go from a mansion to the streets. He went from a normal home, a dream, a disagreement, to sleeping in alleys. It was slow, subtle, real. That's how life hits sometimes. Not all at once, but in pieces. But if you're breathing, you're not done. Your worst chapter doesn't have to be your last. The next day, he walked into a public library. It was warm, quiet, and full of computers. He didn't know where to start, so he Googled how to make money online. For weeks, he sat there for hours, watching videos, reading blogs, teaching himself everything about marketing, sales, design, anything. He created a $5 gig on a freelancing website, offering simple graphic designs. It took 2 months to get his first client. But when that $5 payment came in, he cried, not because of the money, but because for the first time in a year, someone believed in his value. That one order became 2, then 10, then 100. He learned to code, built websites, managed social media accounts. He reinvested every dollar, upgraded his skills, said no to parties, to distractions, to doubt. 3 years later, he launched his first agency, 5 clients in month 1, 50 by month 6. Today, he employs over 40 people, runs 3 businesses, donates 10% of his income to shelters that helped him survive. I asked him, "How did you survive those nights?" He smiled and said, "Every day I didn't quit was a deposit into my future. It's slow at first, but it adds up. You might feel like nothing is working, that life has swallowed you whole. But if you're breathing, you're not done. You may be broke, but you're not broken. You don't need a miracle, just a decision not to give up. Start where you are, with what you have, even if all you have is a library card and a dream." He was homeless, cold, alone, but he didn't stay there. And neither will you. Your story can still become someone's inspiration.